Hey, welcome to The Explainer. So today, we're diving into this really fascinating framework for building online experiences. And get this, it all kicks off with a pretty unusual message. So the source material just throws you right in with this incredible hook. It's setting the stage for a world where, tech like VR and AI are going to completely change how we buy and sell things. I mean, just picture this for a second. A future where a dilated pupil marks a pixel on a screen and bam! 2 blinks and you've just made a purchase. It sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie, right? But believe me, it is way closer than you might think.
So with all that crazy change coming our way, what's the takeaway? Well, the key isn't trying to master all of today's little social media hacks and tricks. I mean, let's be real, those things are going to be obsolete in a year, maybe 2. The real secret sauce is understanding the timeless stuff, the principles of human connection, of psychology. That's the stuff that's going to last. All right, let's really get into it.
Okay, so if tactics fade, what doesn't? What's the one thing, the one principle that holds true no matter how much the tech changes? It's actually pretty simple. It's the journey. The fundamental journey every single customer takes before they even think about buying something.
And look, as long as we're all still human, right? This 5-stage journey is the bedrock of pretty much all of commerce. It never changes. First, people have to know you exist. Then, they have to like what you're about. After that, they're going to compare you to other options. Then comes the big one. They have to trust you. And only after all of that do they actually buy. So your one job, is to just guide them through that process.
All right, now this is where the framework does something really powerful. It completely reframes how you think about your work. It's telling you, hey, this isn't just a project you're working on. Now, it's a personal quest. It's an adventure. Let's see just how deep that rabbit hole goes. Okay, so the source material for this actually comes from Brazil, which is pretty cool. And they give your quest this specific name, a PET. Now, that's short for Projeto de Experiencia de Transformación, which basically means a transformation experience project. And the number one goal, the whole point of this framework, is to get your pet out of inertia and into motion. To take it from just being an idea in your head to a real, living, breathing thing out in the world.
And of course, every great quest needs some gear, right? So to help you out, you get what's called a CAPO. That stands for Kit de Aceleración de Proyecto Online, or basically an online project acceleration kit. Just think of it like your adventurous toolkit. It's packed with all the resources you need to speed things up and get a huge head start.
Now, what I really love about this framework is that it gets that we're all starting from different places, It's not some one-size-fits-all cookie-cutter system. Instead, it gives you 3 totally distinct paths for your journey. And it all depends on where you are right now.
So I want you to really take a look at these. As we go through these 3 different characters or archetypes, I want you to think, which one of these sounds like me, right now, at this moment? And hey, there's no judgment here. This is all about just finding the right starting line for your quest. Okay, let's break down these 3 archetypes. First up, are you the Magoo? Named after that cartoon character who's a little bit lost, but somehow always keeps moving forward. If you feel like that, like the online world is the future, but you just need a map, then your big reward is clarity. Or maybe you're a Horacio. This is the person who has all the knowledge. You've read the books, watched the videos, but you just don't have the results to show for it. Your reward is going to be competence. And last, are you a Tio Patinhas? That's actually the Brazilian name for Scrooge McDuck. So you can guess what this one's about. You're already experienced, you're successful, and you're just looking to scale up fast. Your reward is a ready-to-go plug-and-play solution. See? Each path is designed to give you exactly what you need next. All right, now we are getting to the absolute core of this whole thing, the engine behind everything, behind the quest, behind the characters, behind that whole customer journey. There is a secret formula. And this formula is what powers every single successful online experience.
And here it is. E equals m cubed times c squared. Now, it's obviously designed to be memorable, right? Kind of like Einstein's famous equation. So what does it mean? Well, the E stands for the powerful online experience you're trying to create. The M, that's your message, what you say and how you say it. And notice it's cubed. That's because it is by far the most critical piece of the puzzle. Then you've got C, which stands for the content and the channels you use to get that message out there. That part is squared. This right here, this is the central pillar that holds the entire structure up.
So the most crucial thing to get here is that this formula isn't just some clever gimmick. It's the real deal. By focusing on the massive, exponential power of your message and then delivering it through the right content and channels, you're building a foundation for pretty much any online business. It's a fundamental shift in thinking. It moves you away from just, how do I make a sale, to, how do I create a genuine, unforgettable experience?
And here's the best part. Once you actually put this formula into practice, it's not like you just get a one-time win. Nope. You kickstart this powerful, self-reinforcing cycle of growth. It's like getting a flywheel spinning. It just keeps building on itself over and over again. And this cycle is brilliantly illustrated by what the source calls the 4 C's cycle. It works like this. When you gain clarity on your path, that gives you the confidence to actually take action. And when you take that action, you start to build real hands-on competence. And what does that competence lead to? It leads directly to tangible conquests. Real wins. And this right here is what makes the whole thing exponential. See, every success, it doesn't matter if it's big or small, it doesn't just stop there. It feeds right back into the beginning of the cycle. It gives you even more clarity for your next step, which gives you more confidence, and on it goes. The whole journey just gets easier and more rewarding as you go.
So when all is said and done, what's the big takeaway here? It's a completely new way of looking at your online business. It's not just a checklist of tasks. It's not a bunch of fleeting tactics. It's a map for a great adventure. You've got the tools. You've got a path laid out just for you. So the only real question left is, are you ready to start your quest?